that is a moment.
And how about Springer texting his manager, quit texting me. I'm playing.
When I see what we all believed was a cracked kneecap and a guy trying his best to stay in the game, going up and down the lineup, and then having like an army of horses having to pull him off the field, and then coming up and playing the next game, and then hitting a Kirk Gibson, LA Dodgers home run. That is what legends are made of.
I want horses back there.
And we, in the last few years, have experienced, as early as the playoffs last year, Stolarz needing a stretcher to leave the ice.
He's taking a beating for
We saw Willie Nylander with migraine headaches. Austin Matthews skates one day in Boston and then leaves the series. What has happened?
So this is the idea of the segment. What can the Leafs learn here?
Tell me,
Which is great.
when was the switch? The baseball players are supposed to be out weeks with a hangnail.
Now, in fairness, Santander missed a huge game with back tightness.
And then they sent him
picking
packing.
spots because they win again.
And then they sent him packing. No, listen. I mean, that's one of the things I love so much about this Blue Jays team is they are gritty. They've been gritty all year, and they've just been a gritty team. And the Leafs are the opposite of that. And it's a tough dichotomy between the two. It really is.
No, it's a good one.
It's going to be hard now for Matthews and Nylander and the group to ever gain what they've saw last night. I'm not saying it's impossible. They're going to get their chance as early as tonight. I would put this game tonight against New Jersey. We're going to have Tom Fitzgerald join us in a few minutes here, general manager of. This is a tough game. You're coming off that last night. You're coming off Stolarz calling you out, and now you're going to play a very fast team. This might be one of the toughest regular season games of the year for them.
Yeah. Jersey looks really good.
To come in, and you got to show something, man. Look what you're up against.
It's true. You're not. I actually think you're bang on. I would love to sit here and say that's a hot take, but it's not. People are fired up. They're excited about sports in the city. It's a big night.
And this is a chance for them to, Morgan, I know you feel bad today, right? And you guys all feel bad because you've underachieved and they're doing their thing, but you got to match something tonight.
The other thing, Kip, that just furthers your point is the perspective of they put a Leafs jersey on Vladdy. Vladdy wore a Leafs jersey, and everyone immediately went, ugh, because that's how they feel about where the Leafs
honestly,
are at.
I feel horrible. Like that bugs me.
But
that
also,
bugs me.
that does relate to this tonight, where if they go out and they lose 6-1 to Jersey tonight, the night after watching the Blue Jays do what they do, everyone's just going to have that the Leafs, apathy is the worst thing from a fan base, and I think you're at risk of generating real apathy.
I got a lesson that stop making fun of Toronto sports fans. That everybody bags on the Leaf fans for how quiet it is in the building and how it's the choir spot. It's church. That wasn't church at Rogers Center last night. That's the best crowd I've ever been a part of. People were fired up all the way through the game. They're down 3-1. People are still standing for every
They're chanting "Let's go Blue Jays" as he hits that home run. By the way, down 2.
And you know why? Because there's real sports fans that go there. They can justify spending the money for what am I going to spend $250 on a regular season game against the National Predators, or am I going to go throw it on a Blue Jays playoff game? And people in the city are passionate, and they're allowed to be passionate at the Blue Jays game. People are fired up. You're in the lower bowl at Scotiabank Arena acting like I was or anybody would. People would be like, please sit down. Please sit down. Like, you're not allowed to act like that. There's real sports fans in this city.
You are allowed when you believe that they can win. Sammy, they're not cutting deals when the Leafs are in the height of the playoffs and you believe. It's a different feel. Yeah. It's a different feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, people love to make fun of Toronto sports in terms of it being quiet and all this. We ain't quiet. We're not a quiet group of people. And we're fired up. We love our teams. And I would just love to see more energy like that. Like, even for regular season games. Like, the crowds at the Scotiabank this year have been brutal, but I get it because it just seems like nobody cares. They're like, well, the Jays are the biggest pop they get every time there's at the game. Remember they put up the 2-1 goal or 2-1 home run Jimenez hit against the against the Seattle Mariners. Biggest cheer of the night. People are too locked into Jays, but I hate when people make fun of Toronto sports fans.
Now, I will say, too, part of this related, having success thing is pretty simple about your best players being your best players.
Yep.
Vladdy wins MVP of the series.
Yep.
Springer hits a big one. They didn't have Bo Bichette, so you can overcome some things, but it does have to be Matthews and Nylander and Nyes and Tavares and Riley, like those guys. It doesn't have to be in Game 7 necessarily, right? Vladdy wasn't his best game, but it does have to be in the series. That's another lesson is you just can't win without those guys going. And you also, you saw how Raleigh hit 3 homers in the series.
Yep.
Judge.
God, he was crushed, eh?
Yeah, and I mean that's one of the best things ever is leaving the potential MVP
On deck.
On deck. And Warney said it best before the show, leaving Chris Bassett getting 1-2-3 in the 8th inning to set it up so that it's 8-9-1, so you don't have to face Cal Raleigh. Huge moment in the game.
Even one guy gets
and
through.
I would personally like to say that I never said one bad thing about Jeff Hoffman all year. I've been his biggest fan the entire season, and he came through for me in the clutch.
He had a lot of confidence.
That's big
last
time.
night.
That's big time.
Yeah.
That is
6
absolutely
outs the night
big time.
before.
Yeah, big time.
3 strikeouts.
Let's do game time
Yeah.
so we can break it's game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. World Series. Would you like to hazard a guess at what the Blue Jays odds are to win this baseball series?
Plus
250?
Yeah.
300?
200? I don't know.
Plus 180. The Dodgers are minus 220.
I'm getting a Raptor final Golden State
You need a couple
feel
ACLs
where,
to tear
where
on the
no
other
one
side.
no one gave the Raptors a chance.
No, that's true.
Is that right, Sammy?
Totally. There's a bunch of people around this city that have NBA Finals hats because they didn't believe that they were going to win the whole thing.
Right.
So I think there was a lot of people that, and guess what? I cheer about that championship. It's great. Probably won't win if Kevin Durant doesn't tear his ACL.
I see a 7-game series.
Really?
I do.
Love to hear that. So
Starting in Toronto's cool.
I'm going to give out my World Series MVP, and this guy has been our boy all playoff long. Give me Ernie Clement, World Series MVP, 40-1.
40-1.
40-1.
Ernie Clement wins World Series MVP. That would be an all-time historic.
Buddy, Steve Pierce once won World
that right?
Series MVP. You have a few big homers and you win the series. You never know.
Yeah.
Ernie Clement, you heard it here first. And that was game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
Sam, we talked about it before the show, but the Vladdy hit after the Springer home run that he lined out to left field,
Hardest hit ball in history.
it was still on the way up. I mean, the fielder was like this, and by the end, he had to jump.
If he got air under that was in like the 500.
Yeah.
So who caught George's ball? I bet he's been on a media tour.
Has
What
he?
do you think that ball's is worth?
I don't know. It's funny how often
gotta be
they-
worth something.
Oh yeah, they often go to guys like that now, and they're like, "We'll give you 2 bats and free tickets." And you got to go home with that ball.
Yeah, go home.
You got to get home.
Season tickets.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Get out of there and go
season
home.
tickets.
Yeah. Did you guys want to see the video of the final out?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
you got it.
I did,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Sammy
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Allie, right in front of us here. Sammy. The hell. Just like you.
Oh my God. But I hope you're that excited if you have a kid.
Well, good thing you'll never have to worry about that, buddy. Listen, I told Allie last time, like, I loved our wedding day. I was like, I loved our wedding day, but there's no way that was better than that home run. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Take a quick break here. When we return, the general manager of the New Jersey Devils as they get set to face the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Tom Fitzgerald when we return. Welcome back to the program. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bohr, and Sammy McKee. All right, let's welcome in the general manager of the New Jersey Devils. Been on the show before, Tom Fitzgerald. Fitzy, thanks for joining us, man. How are you? I know game one didn't feel that great, but 4 regulation wins since then. So feeling a little better, I bet. Not Blue Jay happy, but pretty happy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good for the Blue Jays. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. We knew right when the schedule came out what it looked like, and the gauntlet that we are going through still. But it's a great measuring stick for our guys, and Sheldon has them. I don't think Sheldon's ever happy, but he likes the direction that we're going, which is great.
How has the process been for you guys of hiring Sheldon, working with him through some frustrating injuries and stuff last year to where things are at this season?
It's been great. I didn't know Sheldon at all. I don't think I've ever was introduced to him. But I admired him from afar, and then looking at what I felt our group needed, and the type of players Sheldon was able to coach and develop as well. I just thought it was a great fit. So last year, I would say his standards and his expectations on a daily basis, practices, how to execute drills to the fullest. I don't want to say it was an eye opener or a shock, but it was different. That's all. It was a little bit different, and I think coming into this year, we dealt with some injuries, and a lot of teams deal with those injuries. And I loved his attitude. It's always next man up mentality, and here we are this year. There's again, the standards and expectations coming into camp from a player to coach. But our guys were now conditioned to it. So I thought we had a really good camp. Again, starting off the season with the teams and the schedules that we're playing. Again, I just thought, well, we'll see what we're made of here. Like we're at another tough test tonight. So, but so far so good.
Like any player, I'm sure coach wants to maybe beat his old team. Had a couple of cracks, I think, last season. Didn't happen, but I'm sure he'd like to get a big win tonight against the Leafs nonetheless. They're coming off, some inconsistencies here, and there's some speculation that they need to get a lot tougher here. I imagine you still expect a very tough game tonight.
Oh, wait, of course. They're a great team. They're very well coached. They're disciplined. So with Sheldon, that'd be great. At the end of the day, it's not about Sheldon beating the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's about organization, getting another 2 points or try anyways. And,